is so wonderful that we are closing this literary festival with black, with brass, with resistance. Because, as has been said throughout the festival, we need to reinvent ourselves. We need to root ourselves. We need to find our strength. And Stalin said, black man will get nothing easy. We have survived, African people survived the worst Holocaust in existence. The fight is not yet done. We cannot lull ourselves into complacency. There's much to fight for. There's culture to fight for. There's a carnival to take back and reinvent. And this, as Taylor said, give us the carnival. The carnival that comes so, come out of that, and walk, and fight, and resistance. And we can reinvent himself and take it back. So, we need to call the names of some of the great street fighters. And I'm going to call the first one. I'm going to call on Joe Tamana. And we say in that way, Captain Baker Mande Pume.
Joe Tamana, Captain Baker Mande Pume, Mary Vela. Joe Tamana, Captain Baker Mande Pume, Mary Vela. Joe Tamana, let the swan sing it. Joe Tamana, Joe Tamana, let me hear you. Joe Tamana, let me hear you. Joe Tamana, let me hear you.
Joe Tamana is the man whose led the street fighters in 1881.
every time we come to a space like this, I just write down one or two things I want to say and then because when we first came, the place was set up like a art carnival. Prior to that, we were going to be a day plaza. So you see how much time the thing changed already, right? And so I stand before you here as a fellow member of the diaspora who broke his fingers, broke his elbow, a fever said, create something so that we get balance. And a few physical injuries to stand before you to say many things. But one of the things that I would say is that this important art form of Kalinda is like a Pandora's box of information and teaching and the compression of what our ancestors went through. And they didn't write it in a book, but they inscribed it in a physical movement. They inscribed it in the beats of the drum. They inscribed it in the way that we move, the food that we eat, and the stories that were told. And it is an amazing opportunity for us in diaspora to go so, and then go so and pull it together and create what is ours. There is another art similar to this that you may know of. Anyone knows what capoeira is? It's the Afro-Brazilian martial art. We walk like this. But when you practice the movement of capoeira and you come here, you do all these things, your whole body moves. Nobody moves down here naturally. You walk upright, you sit down, you sleep. There's a whole range of motion that our bodies are capable of doing that we don't do. Some of us will never do and have never done. But it's part of the full language of who we are. What our ancestors have done is they have given us little gifts around the planet that we could reinvestigate and learn from. And the land where I come from, Trinidad and Tobago, millions of enslaved people, I used to say slaves until I meet this lady here, because slavery is Black history interrupted. It's not our history. And they knew things. They knew things. Now, back home, I am not considered by all to be a full warmer because I come from a middle class home. I went to university and I did all the things that a uptown black would do. So when I decided to enter the guy, it was through my job and the oil field work, and I ended up in the Moruga area, which is the heart of Obia. The things I was saying here, I watch a person make sure I'm there because I have to watch right there. So you all give her a round of applause. I spoke on Friday, and even every time, as long as I've known, I'm still learning things. And in this crucible of Trinidad culture, you have to experience it. It's totally nothing like the majesty of the buildings that we are around. You have trees, you have dirt, you have expanse, and more importantly, you have people who have an understanding and who grant you. So anybody knows what a sukunya is? You know what a sukunya?
Yeah.
What's that sukunya? What's that?
Like a vampire.
Like a vampire. Like a bad thing, eh? Anybody else know what a sukunya is? What's a sukunya? Let me hear you.
Yeah, it's like a vampire bloodsucker.
Bloodsucker from where? Trinidad, right? So it's a Trinidad version of that?
No,
The vampire.
That's not how I- Huh?
We have the term in Jamaica.
What, sukunya? Do you use it the same way?
I think so.
Alright, cool. So generally speaking, a sukunya is comes in the night, suck your blood. It's usually an old lady who's put on skin, walk around, and then take it off and then fly in the light again to suck somebody's blood, right? Ball of fire, most important. Who said that? You're hiding things now. No things. A dog in Moruga, very magical place. You are very likely to bounce up somebody, which I did, would speak to you about a Supunya, the way you will talk about a Canada. And it's the island and a Supunya is not necessarily that. Oh, the Rajan and family, yeah, family come a person. Father still, father used to see, I mean, you got thing there, anyway, they're walking just go. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So I ended up learning that Supunya. I mean, I stood by myself and I started studying various stories because there are people there who still remember things and not remember same things. Quick story I give, okay? Quick. Because everything I happened quick today, right? This is a poor representation of what is called a boy in Trinidad. We come from a tree called Pui, which is usually a 4-foot stick. You measure it from your foot to your navel, this is about the stick for you to fight it. As my brother King has said, they like to say this close up here and your lover, your mother, your friend. Because when you Gael, everybody else will easily accept this fellow. This is for defending from everything that long story short, this is where I call it, which might call it a magic infused stick. Most of the time it's not, it's just a stick there. Right? I will not kill you, there are things you can do with it. Through rituals, again, but I choose a very, has taught me, if I say the word Obia in public, I'm no longer afraid to say that because of this woman. And clarification of what Obia is. Obia is, in my terms, an understanding of Black Afro knowledge in sciences yet unknown, which manifest themselves as what we call magic. Many times it requires the use of herbs, alcohol, chemicals, and natural elements. And the stick fight practice is no different. You can do it called load your stick and make it do things. I've heard stories far left and far right. I hear a man try a stick and he throw the stick and the stick start putting water and going in the river soup. Right? This is before I get to stick. I can't know if story like a non-start or a head ball, the youth on the face, the milk on the face. Yeah, boy, I honest, boy, remember, I'm going to get touched on the stick there, bam, you get hit on. The next day, it worms in your head. I say, wow. Okay. Let's not do this. I went along anyway. And then I sit in age bracket, they just feeling to do anything, right? Many stories about the viewing of magic in the stick, what we call loading the stick. I've heard men simply be touched, then they fall down dead. That's the stick when you see your grandfather, your uncle up in the corner, so in a certain part of the house, in the whole year when you come out, Carnival, don't touch that stick. You know why? I say all that to tell you a own story. So I drive down the road to look for my teacher, King Kali, in the middle of a place called somebody, Imam they call it. Where obvious, where it's not so obvious, all of these stories connect with the American people, which is another story that I'm sure you have read about the American people, yes. Very important aspect about history. There's Buffalo soldiers, like this. Come again? What we can't assume. That's what I'm kind of quickly going through. But a lot of these things. Let us run it quick to talk.
1812 war that the British fought against the newly formed American state. They recruited enslaved people to fight on their side in return for emancipation. And although the British lost the war, they were still contractually obligated to give rewards of land and freedom to these people who fought on their side. And so there were 6 company villages of soldiers and their families who were repatriated, if that is the word. It's not the word, but who were patriated to Trinidad. They were given parcels of land, 40 acres of land in South Trinidad. Land was completely wild. It had nothing, no no houses, no streets, no nothing. And it was the warrior people who would move across the 7-mile channel between Trinidad and Venezuela, who became allies with the Americans, and they were called Americans to say America, right? So they were Americans who came and settled in these company villages in Trinidad. So they're technically maroon communities who had a treaty with the British government and then enslavement. They were free Africans living in Trinidad from 1815 until Emancipation was fully declared in 1858.
And why they're important to know about, because part of an already existing strong African tradition, particularly the art of Kalinda or stick fighting, which already had its essence of drums and everything. We had well-trained soldiers from the American War who would then become part of the society and then infuse certain behaviors, movements, and regimental positionings in the art of stick fighting. So combine all this militia type understanding with the deep Afro traditions of various Afro things happening here. And then it's Trinidad by itself. You have this thing that I'm about to explain certain things about. So I was just giving you a color of the neighborhood that I was driving through my car casually one evening, minding my own business. And then one of the best young stick fighters at the time, named Anderson, had lost his eye the year after. He stopped me and said, Keegan, wait. I said, why? Slow down the car. Say, I'm gonna pick up my stick by the cemetery, boy, wait for me now, boy. Say, I'm full. I said, now I'm going to my car here, wait. But you know those kind of stuff when it's still moving? Still moving. I didn't know what anything, I didn't want to part of that. I just want to, yeah, do other thing. Later on, like we had Gael. Gael now is basically the space that we're creating here. This is the space where stick fighters need drums. Hundreds of people create a circle. It's like the Colosseum of Old Rome, but Afro style. It still happens in Trinidad right now. And that evening, I witnessed the horrible story along. I witnessed Anderson do a dance, and then touch Dobla. This is a stick heavier than this, flies faster than that. Coming at you, the breaks that. It says bash, time, bash. And I tell you, it's coming hard, fast. But Anderson did this. Breaks that stick and then, and the stick touches my head. See for myself. Fight stop. Now this is not a fight I have to finish with somebody dead on the ground. Take it, fight, the breaks hit, right, crowd somebody else want to fight, cool. Fight break off, no black one to one side. That happens every weekend, so I ain't know what happens between Monday and Friday. Friday night, the players can't stay away. The black come down like ring like this. And we had, you ever see a front back? Just so the black hand looking at swollen warts on his hand. And I witnessed that hand degenerate over a 2-week period to almost where it would have been like a diabetic foot. What he did, he didn't go, I probably went to the hospital, but knowing what every stick man knows is that you go by your village doctor. And 2 weeks later, I was able to see my hand come back. Now, I'm telling you, this is, I'm with you. A little bit again, I would have been MIU too, right? And this is what I'm trying to tell you. This is craziness. We're talking about. You can tell her to do something nasty and then you still touch me and then I can't use my hand again. What do you tell me about? You do it.
Who does that?
It's crazy. But this is the game we play, and tracing it further back, why does it have elements of that? Many different reasons, but one reason that we carry and we understand is that stick fighting has been, you know, you have Don King in Trinidad, but not so much Don King in, you know, Don King fight promoter boxer. In the African villages, the shamans, magic men, the doctors, the train and prepare fighters as well. So the power of a fighter was not necessarily his power, the power was shaman or who it is. So many times we would have our sticks prepared by our priest or person, and you learn various things. So what I learned back then too, okay, oh, you could do a man making style, but I'm not that fella. Great race to go and figure out how to rub a stick where I have to rub it and go in the cemetery late at night and then hit a man with the stick. And I realized there's something for me still. So we learned what we call protection. I used to be on the pulpits, I used to read the Bible every day, every Sunday, and then I had no crisis of faith, and I look up for all that, and I end up stick fight. I end up right back in the book of Psalms, because I look at the things that we used to protect ourselves, play in that book. I got that first-hand knowledge of what reading Psalms and prayers, these things aren't just, you know, I see that before you in your bed. These things in our world has real life application to defend against something in a game that we was playing. Game, what is the human real life application of all of what I'm saying? From all of that, the many years that I've spent in the culture so far, I've come to see life through the traditions of Kalinda. Let me introduce you to some elements of Kalinda. In all spaces, there is something called word, sound, and word, sound, and what is that? What does that mean? When you responded, I heard Attillah the first time, and I heard you have a certain vibration and tone. Everybody heard it. And you know, they heard his voice. So there's sonics happening all the time. There's a sonic that you might ask yourself. So anybody in their right mind is going to say, why this story is given us? Why did he even do that? Anybody ask yourself that? No? Well, any of you ever do it? Please stick fight at me. No, right? You're not sure? You might. You might? Yeah, you might.
Keegan, if I may, I just want to give an in-depth understanding of the word phobia that will make what you are saying even clearer. The word phobia really comes from O-B-I-A, phobia, which comes from the Akan people. And their spirituality was phobia. And they were the most feared fighters against slavery. The Great Revolution in Suriname, Tobago, they were the Maroons in Jamaica. Bookman was a Obia man who went to Haiti to start the Haitian Revolution. They were the most feared people because they went into battle with their Obia, their rituals, their chantwell, conquer or die. And they had specific rituals which have come down to the Obia men. And there was a time that they banned the enslavement of Akan people because of the force of their Obia. You all could be researching the information which is there. So, and the plantation owners fear the Obia men more than anything else because they are the ones, just as the stick men, who would galvanize the people in the community against oppression. They were the protectors of the community. So once they know you want that, they would look for them and kill them. She always treat all the others. They would have commissions that to look for them. Because as Keegan said, they was killed in the art of the herbs. So they would poison them. So why I'm saying this is to show, just as Keegan said, that there's a line of resistance and spiritual strength that together has been responsible for our emancipation and for continuing the process of resistance and protection the cause of that, because that is the art that has protected us. The colonials and the enslavers made it the most feared word in existence. So you fear your own obeah, which is the thing that has emancipated human being. So after today, it's not going to be afraid of that.
Very good. So I want to introduce another form of media that I'm very simply going to experience on a daily basis in this part of the dance world. You all heard the drums before, and we were playing. So I want you to figure out how you're feeling now. When you get 30 seconds, it's a quiet meditation of feeling yourself where you are now. Feel yourself. Feel your state. Right. So I want you to feel where we're going to carry now. I have no destination in mind. Why, did he do? Did he know, did he want? Why, did he do? Did he know, did he see? Why, did he do? Did he know, did he that way? Why, did he do? Did he know, did he shout? Why, did he do? Did he know, did he want? Why, did he do? Did he know, did he see? Why, a young anything. Men just walk in and fight it. So when I see this, that's what I tell you. Because I told already, when the night finished, I'm going to fight it, alright. There's no way to go in. Don't you understand? inside range, when I can touch him and he can touch me. Touch. This is the place, we call this telephone range. My old teacher used to say, they come here to talk to him on the telephone. Because inside there's dangerous zone. Right? So I can dance all I want to, I'm dancing. But it's going to sit in my foot like that. Check it this distance. Keep picking up. So I outside on this ring, when I do this. But he see that when I dance. Understand? And then the last thing I learned from Keegan's father taught me this. So let's sell our head to buy a rib. So I sell in the head. So you saw me doing this. When you get that stick coming at 300 miles an hour at your head, is forget your bills. What you had to do last night, I used to study this thing at an incredible speed. Once and twice. By doing that now, I have control of the central nervous system. It's no longer responding because you want to or you don't want to. Moving on the aspect of fear. That's why I'm going to fear sound. So I tell her do this and I raise. Again, you rib. Rib is not mine. No, it might take it down. But you don't want to feel that next one. So when I hit him down, when I start a fight here. So now you fight him there now. Hit him. So what I'm going to do now? Right. So we get our understanding basically what the game looks like. Just to give you an impression too. Stick is a combination of African traditions, yes, we know that. Because of the fact we're in Trinidad, we also have a lot of Amerindians and Indians really seek its influence in this fighting style that people feel is just only the Africans. We have Venezuelan, we have the Amerindians, the Sikh. Huh? Warriorhood. Warriorhood. Is that the same as what we saw warriorhood?
No, warriorhood is a pejorative word. Warriorhood means like.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know why, man, but I was in the team of
Yeah.
Okay. So, quick lesson before we go. The Sikh, we hold the stick like this. But, so, right. In Trinidad, we have strong Afro and East Indian populations. At some point in time, they would mix. So the Gatra fighters, who primarily Indian fighters, they have a little shield so, and a stick like this. And they're dancing, boom, boom, dash, 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 boom, boom, and they're fighting like that, right? So these stick men, well, you want to have your hand, whatever, ready for me, you know. Go, bye! And have your hand, and the stick man and feel already. So when everything done, you see me on the junction, boom, do two drums beating and the stick man thing in, and they go up against each other. But what we really do now is making our heart stronger. So what the stick fighters have done from them was the fact they used to shorten the stick and fight short-handed. So like a warrior again, they don't need the stick. Don't worry, it's coming with right? So stick is a long thing, so I could only do damage with it from a distance. So what they learn in that, when they reach this, they have outside techniques, and then you have inside techniques. So I run an outside technique, shorten, and do something called a banana, which is short stick movements around the head. To be shortened. Because most times, people are tired in here, and you feel the fight down, you're looking rough. But they teach you when you reach inside here, cover your head, because that's the one on partner goes inside. like this, and do this too, right? We're going to do our okay? See, flash it there, flash. And you see where my head is? He just did this. And now Anderson, that's the same fella who asked you the ride. If I didn't probably give him the ride. It's not a nice joke to me, but right, so just to show you that this game, so my final point, but still I'm coming to. I wanted to draw a connection ultimately by just wanted to show you what the game is about. But this African tradition has taught me a lot about who I am, and what I could be, what I need to be. And I'm grateful for it, keeping us strong, fit, mentally, spiritually. Because the things I had to learn how to play stick fight, and to walk up to a man who literally don't like me, and say, yes, I'm going to play the deadliest game I know. It's not something you can just right? And final point, Mother and two. When I used to call her out the nights before about a fight, and she used to speak words of warrior, inspiration, and wisdom into me, and help me to go and fight. I was just reminding her about that because she forgets. She passed so many words to so many. And if you was there Friday, you know about her warrior ways. But my idea is really to say that these traditions have a lot for us to take and bring into the wider space. So I ask you, where is your obia in the middle of the conversation? And with that, I say thank you very much.
So a couple things to close. I would like all of us to stand. When I was studying with Keegan, I walked in with the idea that I was a pacifist. One class disabused me of that idea that I'm a pacifist. The other thing is, as writers, as people who are involved in creative work, a lot of the times we spend in our heads. And stick fight was one of those ways that I was forced to be present in my body. Because there was a time, you remember when we were training in Shagaramas, and I was there, I was in class, but I was writing something in my head. And Keegan clearly could tell that I was distracted. And he hit me one lash on the finger. He was like, "Yeah, realize I'm trying to kill you." And I think that jolted me into a consciousness and a realization that, it's so important for us to also be present in our physical selves. Our minds are very, very important, but your body is not floating around. Your body here to do certain things. And so I think that it is fitting that a literary festival should come to a close with us standing in our power and centering ourselves in our physical bodies as much as we have fed our minds and our spirits in the last few days, to center ourselves and ground ourselves in our bodies over the next couple of minutes that we have. I think it's really important. And all they sit down there the whole time, all they say, like all they can't open all their mouth. Open your mouth. Open your mouth. Sing. Stamp your foot. Scream if you want to. I think that it is important for us to reconnect with our animal passion sometimes, because we walk it around here and we in strictures all the time. Free yourself up a little bit. Shout to the universe that you are present. And this is also one of the reminders of Carnival. Look me, it's me, it's we, it's us. And we have a right to be here, right? So don't be afraid of your voice. Don't be afraid to scream and cuss people sometimes and raise up your clothes and be a jamet as much as possible. We have jersey and tape. So yes, please, jamet for life. And please allow me to introduce my amazing drummers.
Yes, thank you.
Noel. agreed to come and assist us here today, and our young master drummer who traveled with us from my nephew. All right, so we lead out with a lapway and a thing. And if anybody wants to spark, we can spark. Yeah.
Right, so
A little closer.
when you come in so this is before we finish, I want to let you all know that the drums, we have three drums generally.
Don't stand in the back, come into the circle.
We have 3 drums
Space for everyone.
here generally. We have the bass, cutter, and the fuller. Right? So these drums are played to create different sounds. Right? But we also have 3 different types of lavways. A lavway is a type of song, is to make it quick and easy, birthplace of calypso as you like. But again, next time or not. Right? So there's 3 different types of songs. You have the marching songs, the songs that are coming in together to fight. You have the war songs, like the one song, like walk on them. These songs have different energies. Quick throwback. When I ask you all to close your eyes and observe your state. Anybody realize the state of change with the drums playing? Yes? Mostly yes, mostly no? Yes. Right. So imagine that fever pitch with real full drums outside and the same war. It's a different vibe. They never played it before, they will play. Right? So this kind of song that we're going to sing is called a festive song. And it's a song to have fun, like yourself, dance, pick up a stick. If you don't want, hold somebody, there's be German man, right? Rosie, coming down with a bunch of roses. Sing coming down, coming down, coming down. Coming down, coming down, coming down. Rosie, Rosie,
Yes,
Thanks for having us. Thanks for all of your attention, your energy. We give thanks to the ancestors. We give thanks for the festival itself for being held in this time and space. To all the organizers who have, thank you for having us. And ultimately, thank you, Mama Entu, and my sister Attillah. I hope that you would have left some value to you, to my drummers, Ashe. Right.
Just have a few minutes so you all are interested in looking at the t-shirts that we have.
Yeah. Okay.